So why do I hate college? It's a pretty big statement to make. Well, I'm finished 3 years of a 4 year degree now. I'm doing maths and I've worked pretty hard to get through it as best I can, get the grades I need to get. And um, I must say my enthusiasm was a lot higher when I was in first year than it is now because I have become so much more aware of just how pointless putting in so much work is when you're going to get the same results anyway for doing something that requires even less effort. What I mean by that is a lot of the time grading is circumstantial, so you're not going to get graded if you just put in more effort or if you write more. It's more like, well, why is the person grading you deciding to give you this grade? Sometimes that's more important, equally, at least as important as um the content of what you put down. So that's one of the reasons, I suppose. You don't get graded on your actual work ethic. It's more so on your how easy it is to understand for the examiner, and obviously not everyone communicates things in the same way. So some people are going to kind of get screwed over by that system. Another thing that I dislike about college is the fact that um, you have a system where somebody is forced to commit 4 years of their life to this endeavor in order for it to mean anything, or else you have achieved nothing. You're not going to get your piece of paper, and your skills mean nothing because you haven't done all 4 years. Uh, Rather than, you know, learning on the job instead, where you can get good enough to do a particular job, maybe data analytics, rather than having to do 4 years and then another year long master, which takes 5 whole years of your life. And then by the time you're 30, you don't even know why you're doing this anymore, or why you've even bothered to commit so much time into it. So that's another thing I dislike. The fact that these metrics of complete and utter worthlessness are praised on such a high pedestal when they shouldn't be, because they mean nothing. Um, Same with a piece of paper itself. That's just the epitome of everything to do with the education system. It all amounts to just this little certificate which defines your entire worth intrinsically. And if you don't have that, then you're not going to get a job. Um, Now, obviously, this has more to do with my personality, I suppose, than the actual thing. It's more a reflection of myself. We can only form opinions based on how we perceive and how we project onto the world around us. But I found that college is a very soulless, dry, emotionless environment, and a lot of it is defined by the academic output that somebody can achieve over the actual um, self introspection that one can do, which actually leads to a build up of character, instead of just trying to let other people know how well you're doing. Maybe I'm doing very well and I'm not achieving well. It's the same thing. Um, Geez, thought more things would come to mind, but yeah, I feel like I've been done exams for about a week and a half now, and I find that I'm caring less and less about college the longer it's been since I've been in it. The last exams I've done, third year summer exams, were probably the most difficult college exams I've ever done because they were long, they were quite difficult. A lot of curveballs were thrown on them, and if you don't have preparations made in advance for said curveballs, they're going to mess you up, and that's a little thing that gives so much power to the people who create those exams, which they shouldn't really have power to exert influence over the trajectory of people's lives. I don't agree with that in any way. I'm sure I'll make another video in the future if I think of more to say, but that's kind of it. I don't like college because it's pointless. You can learn just as much by learning on the job, even an apprenticeship or something. That's why apprenticeships are so much more in demand. College is really just, as I heard from someone, a bit of a distraction. And I used to actually appreciate that distraction because it means it meant I didn't have to actually do any difficult question asking or soul searching about myself. Um, but since I've become more aware in the last few years, it's just been a little thing that's bugged me more and more. The fact that so many resources have been pooled into this pointless thing. Um, so yeah, that's the extent of it. I appreciate you watching. Let me know if you've opinions on it.